Now Wilson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 44, Mond. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Mond. Completes it to the fullback, Hale. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They run again on first down, Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Mond going to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. A nice little juke. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A give. This is Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Here's Mond. They'll set up the screen for the Wangu. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Mond to the air on 1st and 10. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Mond. They're going for it. Sliding out of the pocket. That's to his running back. Complete. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swarm him for a loss shy of the goal line. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides when he does come alive.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And Cook has it left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now a throw here, hauled in.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, here's Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mon looks to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage, and that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Buying time to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards there, 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Throwing on second down. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Mond out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The extra point up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that is no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these 2 teams is going to get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 7, Mond. He's got Smith here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
for as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing again on second down. Mond. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Wilson. Again, he finds more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Now Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mon. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Mon. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Play action. Now Wilson. His throw caught, right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mon going to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Mon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
On 3rd down, Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Mon. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 40. He's at the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time. And that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. All right, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick here is good. And it'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he goes out right around the 39.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
And that is incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Second down, here's Mond again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. And he's got this to Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after is good. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mon looks to throw.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Wilson wants to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the...
And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it up. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Offensive explosion leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.